welcome to News. I'm Megan Harrell, and this is
Mr. Stack.
Why are you looking so sad? We're on the news. This was energetic.
My Frosted Flakes are soggy. They gave me this cup, so that's all they could afford to give us this year. No more bowls.
Why are you... Okay, the cup though. Seriously, you couldn't afford a bowl?
Nope.
And what are you eating in there?
Frosted Flakes. Soggy ones.
Well, okay, so what you need is you need to pep it up a little bit. You know what you need?
What do I need?
I got the perfect cereal for you. You need some Mesopotamia munchies.
Whoa!
I know, these are so good. I think they kind of make you a little ancient sometimes, you know, because they're from the old days or whatever.
Will it give me gray hair?
It might, because, you know, this is going back to a time period long time ago. But they're super yummy, and you can have my box.
I can?
You can have my box.
Wow!
It might make you feel
Mesopotamia munchies! Yum!
And we'll talk more about this in a moment. Let's move on to something else. Give me your cereal. We're going to throw that out. That's not good. Yeah.
And we're back.
All right. So today, what are we going to discuss, Mr. Stack?
Well, first of all, we just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out on the Facebook projects that we've gotten. So far, the early returns have been really good. We've been really impressed. We know you guys as parents, a lot of you guys went the extra mile to make sure that stuff got done, so we just really wanted to thank you guys and let you know you did a great job, and then obviously the students did a fantastic job with the project, so thank you guys.
And I heard you say early finishers or early returners. So when is the actual project, like the final ones, what's the deadline?
So what I've been telling the students is it was due on Tuesday, but because it is such a big project and we had a couple other projects that we're grading, I told them with a winky face I probably won't actually notice if it's not turned in by Friday. So the last day for me for the Facebook project is Friday. And I don't know if you're
This Friday.
This Friday, yep.
I'm good with that. So all parents, if your child has not turned in their Facebook project, it is due by this Friday, September the 9th, 2016, by your child's class period. Cool?
Sounds good.
All right. Next on our agenda is we have a test this Friday. The test is going to cover the Neolithic and Paleolithic age, and we have some good news about this test.
Well, the good news is we've been taking notes. We've been working really hard in class. The good news is we have those notes on Google Classroom. So if somehow, and I know this happens more often than we'd like to admit, somehow those notes disappear that we took in class,
at the bottom of the
all is not lost. You can go on Google Classroom, and what we worked on as a class will be up there, so you can print those off, or you can have your student rewrite them if you want. But yep, all that stuff is on Google Classroom, and make sure you're checking that frequently. I think we're going to be saying that a lot, but there's always going to be stuff up there that's going to help your students and you as parents as well. It's just a really good resource, and it might save some of the emails that you have to send us and the emails that we have to respond to if the first thing you always go look at is Google Classroom.
You know, that was a really good transition. I'm glad you brought up Google Classroom because that's actually next on our agenda here. You know,
That's why I keep looking at it.
I know. I feel like we should have note cards though to be really official.
Right here.
But we need an actual one. All right, so Google Classroom. What we want you all to know is that every student has been invited to join the classroom for their class period. If your child is not on Google Classroom, then they need to check their email and they will have access to that. In addition to that, Google Classroom, you as a parent and guardian can also be invited, and I know that we're in the process of working on that so that you can have access to everything that we post up there. So far, we have posted information about the Facebook page, we've posted information about our test notes. We also have upcoming events. Sometimes we might have an assignment on there that the kids will need to take. And finally, we have our Mesopotamia project guidelines that are on there, which is for our Mesopotamia munchies. And Mr. Stack's going to talk a little bit about that project.
So their project is they do need to have a cereal box. So if you have any cereal boxes laying around the house, make sure you're saving one and making sure that they're coming to school with it. And this one is kind of a rough draft example of what they're going to be doing.
And it's not artistic at all.
And it's not just Mesopotamia, because Mesopotamia is a really big ancient civilization that was built up of a lot smaller civilization. So it will be broken up. They might have Babylon or Assyria or Samaria.
Phoenicia.
And the list goes on. And basically the overall, the outline of it is they're going to create, and I think this, they're going to have something on the front that kind of represents correct me if I'm wrong, the civilization in an image.
The sub-civilization. So Mesopotamia is the big
Correct.
picture,
Yep.
and your child is going to be assigned a smaller civilization within Mesopotamia. And yes, the front will have to have a title and an image.
Yep, and then we all know that ingredients make the good stuff inside. So if you want to talk a little bit about the ingredients.
Ingredients or nutritional facts. So on the panel of one side, the students will have to tell everything that makes up that sub-civilization. The people, the population, maybe the types of food they ate, any interesting information that is pertinent to that sub-civilization. Then we turn it over to the back, and on the back they're going to have to create
That's a good transition.
The back is going to have to be a puzzle, a game, or something fun and interactive that people who are eating this wonderful cereal can play. And then the other side, I don't remember what the other side is.
I don't think there's anything on the other side.
No, there's something there. I just don't remember what it is. But
It's the mystery side.
it'll be on the
There'll be
syllabus.
something on it.
Your child just really wants to sell this cereal, so they need to be creative. They can use white paper. They can use what's that paper? Gift wrapping paper.
Mhm.
Whatever they want to design their cereal box. The final project is due on
What did we say?
September 30th, the last day of September.
Is that a Friday?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't have a calendar. I think so, but
And that's always subject to change too, especially at the beginning of the year when we're still kind of getting a feel for what are our expectations, and maybe if we set something too high or too low, that's always subject to change. So a good thing to be checking is Google Classroom, because if something does change, that will be the first place you can look to find out.
Exactly. This is supposed to be a really fun activity. The Facebook project was huge. It was big. It was a lot of research, and this is another way to provide information to show your research without having to necessarily write a research paper.
Mhm.
So I think it's something fun, something engaging, get the kids excited about it. Also, if you have extra cereal boxes, can you just send them in for us in case there's a student who doesn't have one, right?
Perfect. Yep.
Anything else we need to talk about?
I think that's it. I think we made a 10-minute video, so
That's all right. People like listening to us.
I hope so.
All right, so we'll be back next week with another edition of
Don't tell. What? Be
News.
quiet?
No,
Oh.
just news.
Snooze.
And
Snooze.
not snooze. We don't
Hit the
want
snooze button.
No.
And we'll see you next time.
All right, and Harold and Stack are
Snout.